Good morning, kids. Our subject is English. Are you ready to our story for today? If you are ready, you need to listen carefully. But first, let's have fun facts. Do you eat junk foods? Junk food like candies, chips, and soda drinks are very high in sugar, salt, and caffeine content. Eating too much of this may cause diseases and malnutrition. Corn is a very good source for a snack. It has a high amount of fiber that helps lower cholesterol. Eating the right quantity of corn can help those who are suffering from diabetes. So let's have the unlocking difficulties. So these are some words that we can see or hear from our story for today. First, polite. What do we mean by polite? Polite having or showing behavior that is respectful and considerate of other people. While impolite, not having or showing good manners or rude. Third, pleasant, giving a sense of happy satisfaction or enjoyment. And lastly, slips to slide into or out of place to move with a smooth sliding motion. Now, let's have this question. How do you show politeness to your elders? And how about to your classmate? And now, let's start our story for today, entitled Tony Learns Politeness. So, how did Tony learns politeness? Let's see. The school cafeteria was a crowded place during lunch. Students of all levels took their break all at the same time. To avoid being late for the next class, most of them ate in a hurry. Tony, a third grader, was one of these students. He did not like falling in line at the food counter. He was impatient and impolite. One eventful day, however, he finally learned his lesson. "At one pork chops, rice, and orange juice," he said as he reached the cashier. "Make it fast, I don't want to be late for math." The serving woman frowned at him, but immediately did what she was told. She did not smile when she pushed Tuna's food tray back to him. Next to Tony was his friend Brent. Brent was Tony's opposite, pleasant and kind, who would smile as he faced the serving woman. "May I please have pancit and pineapple juice?" "Thank you very much," Brent said. She smiled and said, "You're welcome, Brent." Tony and Brent always sat at the far end of the canteen. To get there, they had to pass through a lot of people. Since the place was full, they did not notice that the floor was slippery. Tony slipped and his food tray fell on the floor. Just then, the janitor came near them. "Hey, janitor, clean this mess up." Tony pointed to the food that fell on the floor. The janitor was not happy with Tony's behavior. Thankfully, Fred was there. "Excuse me, sir," he began. "We're sorry to trouble you, but could you please help us clean this up?" "Of course," the janitor answered with a smile. When they went back to their classroom, Tony thought of what happened earlier. He did not know why people treat him and his friend differently. "Why did the woman smile at you? Why did the janitor help you and not me?" Tony asked. "Because you were rude to them. If you said it nicely, maybe things would be different." Saying things nicely is showing respect. If people know that you respect them, they would do the same for you, Brent told him. "Maybe you were right, Brent. I should be more respectful." Tony smiled. Brent smiled back as well. As he learned his lesson, it did not look like they were different from each other after all. And that is the end of our story for today. I hope you learned a lot. Now let's have the elements of the short story. So what are the elements of the short story? So first we have characters, second setting, third plot, fourth problem, and lastly solution. First, characters. So, what do we mean by characters? A character is a person, sometimes animal, or even object in the story. So, the characters in the story are Tony, Brent, a serving woman, a janitor, and a group of fifth grade students. Second, the setting. The setting tells us the time and the place in which the story happens. So in the Tony Learns Politeness, the story happened during lunch break at the canteen. Third, plot. The plot is what happens in the story or the sequence of events. So first, beginning, Tony and Brent are at the canteen. Tony is very rude to everyone around him. And the middle, Tony is slipping his food tray on the floor. And in the end of the story, Tony realized that he needs to be polite all the time. And fourth, problem. What do we mean by problem? The problem is the struggle between two or more characters in the story. So, in that story, the Tony learns politeness. Tony is impolite boy and he got into trouble because of being rude. And lastly, the solution. The solution is the way the problem is solved. So Brent told Tony to be polite, and Tony realized his mistake and he promised to be polite from then on. And that is the end of our lesson for today. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening, kids. Have a good day, everyone. God bless.